Hello everybody, this is Queen Rena, and today I'm coming to you with another more of a really important topic that I know that Black people have been not paying attention to. They've been worried about other different things like people getting shot and people, oh, white and black thing, oh, black and white, oh, look what white people is doing and all that. And a lot of different distractions. Now, there are some people who say that some of these things have not occurred, that they're really just trying to distract you from something that's really going on, like a bigger picture. Now, I'm pretty sure some of these things have occurred, but all these things, back after back after back after back of distractions, they are really trying to distract you from something, and people is not seeing this. And I just wanted to let you know what they are trying to distract you from, because there is something that's happening out in the world, in our reality, and people are not seeing it. Just like the days of Noah, just like they said, partying, drinking, doing all type of stuff, and not seeing what's going on. Same thing is happening. Distraction. And I noticed they're really, hardcore trying to distract Black people. That's why I'm talking to Black people today. And so why are they bringing out this stuff? Ebola and, killing after killings, and be mad at white people, and all that type of stuff. Well, y'all don't really even realize that white people is a reflection of us. Like all these other races, are a reflection of what we are doing to ourselves. Whether it's acceptable or where it's out there, it's gonna show up in our reality, and it's not gonna be acceptable. It's gonna be out there, and you're gonna see exactly what you're doing. So that's why I'm coming to you with this video. I have a few links that I will post down below, and I want you to make sure that you watch these links, because reality is getting really strange, and y'all are being distracted, Black people. You are being distracted from what's really going on, because I see hundreds, and maybe even thousands, but hundreds of videos about this, but I don't see, guess what? I don't see Black people talking about this. I see maybe a few Black people, and I'm like, where are the Black people? Why aren't the Black people talking about this? White people, other people, Asians, they're all talking about this, but Black people, I think I saw like maybe three, and they have tons of videos on YouTube, page after page after page. Whoa. But you're talking about white people. No. So let's see. What have they been distracting Black people with? God have been trying to make me make videos about Black people needing to be righteous for like a few months, and I have not been listening, because I know if you tell Black people to be righteous, do the right thing, that you can't be doing all the stuff that you're doing. What do you think Black people gonna do? Act the fool. I can do this, I can do that. Okay, if that's what you think, that's why the Bible says a lot of them are going to be destroyed too. But like I said, let me go on my video. So reality is changing, and I mean it's really changing. There's a lot of things that's what's going on in the past that is not constant today. Like, hi guys, I had to make this part over again, this little segment part over again, because this part is not uploading. So obviously lower vibrations is really trying to keep this important information, that one of the main reasons why I was making this video, from you, because it's not loading. It's taking all night, so I have to make this video again, because I woke up and this was the only part that didn't upload, but everything else uploaded. So making sure that this main part of why I'm making this video is uploaded, so you can see why you need to start getting your house in order, start doing the right things, start being righteous, start keeping the commandments. It didn't upload, and so I'm gonna make sure it uploads so you can get this important information and start doing what you need to be doing. So as you see, Black people, they're trying to distract you, and you need to see what are they trying to distract you from. As you see here, if you could turn to Revelations chapter 12, 9 through 17, it says, the great dragon which deceived the nations, got y'all thinking another way when it really is another way. You're supposed to be righteous, doing the right things. Went after the woman, the mother of all, and her child, her Christ child. And then it says the rest of her remnants, her other children, you. So making war, keeping you in distraction, killing after killing, all these other bad things, Ebola and all these diseases and all that type of stuff. You're distracted from what's going on the outside world. Other people, other ethnic groups, they're talking about something that's happening with reality. Reality is changing. That's why you make sure you watch this video. This part didn't upload. Make sure you watch the videos that's down below, okay? Because reality is changing. Things that's happening in the past is changing from the past. Verses in the Bible is changing. Food products is changing. And they're not changing just from now. They're changing from the past. So something is happening. Something is being like a deception. Make sure you watch those videos. This part didn't upload. Okay, so I had to make it again. Okay? So, like I said in Revelations, it is something that's trying to distract you. It's trying to distract you, especially you Black people. Keep you down here in the lower realm, because we're shifting higher. We're shifting. There's going to be a shift. Remember, they were talking about the rapture and moving to a new world. Even in Revelations, tell you a new earth and a new earth and a new heaven in like Revelations 21. Okay, so as you see, I've read this Bible. Okay, it's falling apart. You can tell I read it. Okay, so Revelations 21, a new heaven, a new earth, and good righteous people are going to that new heaven, not demonic demons. They're going to be left behind. Okay, so I keep hearing, get your house in order in the church and all that. Get your house in order. What do you think that means? It means get yourself right. Follow the commandments. Stop being a demonic demon. That's what that means. Get your house in order. But you're being distracted, so you're not getting your house in order. Okay? So, make sure you watch those videos below so you can see what's happening. What's going on that you're being distracted from. So, I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this video finish. Just want to make sure I got that out. I don't know if I said everything from the previous video, but as long as you know what you need to do the right things, be of higher Christ consciousness, make sure you treat yourself good. We have 42 laws. We have more than 10 laws. We have like 42 laws of Ma'at. Okay, so look that up, 42 laws of Ma'at. We have laws from the past, which is Kemet. I don't know, you should know about that if you read. If you don't, if you just watch TV and reality TV, then you're not gonna pretty much know nothing. But that's what they want you to do. But we have like 42 laws, not just 10 laws of doing right by each other. And that's where they get the 10 laws from, is those 42 laws. They get that from Kemet, 42 laws of Ma'at. They get like 8 of those laws from Kemet, which is our ancient land and our ancient laws. So make sure you know your laws, you do the right things, you treat people right, you treat yourself right. Also, drugs and stuff, that's against your laws. And the world knows that. That's why every time you start doing things that's not good, there's against your laws that you're not knowing about, that you pretend like you think you can do whatever, and they throw you in jail because that's against your laws. You're not supposed to be doing that anyways. Okay, guys, the change that's happening is called the Mandela Effect. So make sure you watch those videos below. Start getting your house in order. Start being righteous. I got plenty of videos below. You can see it's called the Mandela Effect. Your reality is changing. We're switching over. Some people's going to be raptured, taken up, whatever. The Christians call it raptured. The spiritual people call it the like moving to the higher dimension. So the world is changing, reality is changing, and there's a split that's happening, and somehow Black people are just being distracted with something else. They're not paying attention. They're just going off of these distraction after distraction after distraction. But something that they really need to be paying attention to, which is what I post with the videos that I posted below. I don't see hardly any of them talking about that. A few people, that's it. A few Black people, that's it. But everybody else making videos of the videos about it. So Black people, you better wake up. You better start doing what you need to do. Just like Revelation chapter 12, 9 through 17 says that they will go after you. You're the remnant, the Christ child, and the rest of the children, which is you. So you better start waking up, doing what you need to do, getting your house in order, doing the commandments, like it says all throughout the New Testament and the Revelations, and even on the last page, that a lot of you is overlooking on purpose because you don't want to do the right things. So you better start doing what you need to be doing, getting your house in order, and make sure you watch those videos. Start studying, start doing what you need to be doing. Start treating yourself right, start treating people right. Because that higher heaven realm, that's not for demonic demons, people that's evil to each other. Black people. How you gonna love God when you can't even treat your brother that you see every day good? But you love God, right? Don't they tell y'all that every day in church? So you love God, but your brother that you see every day, you treat him like trash. What kind of sense does that make? And a lot of Christians, since they don't actually read the book, they just skip around. They just read the scriptures that, their pastor tell them to read, just skip around. They're not actually reading for themselves and not studying. They don't realize the book is a spiritual book. Now, of course, they did put some information that they wanted to put in there, woman hating type of stuff and slavery accepting type of stuff. Anything that have to get you in your ego, treating women bad, treating people bad, cut that out. Throw out the negative, bad stuff, low vibrating stuff, anything that get you in your ego, anything that start making you act demonic, trying to control people, treat people bad, and all that type of stuff. Cut that out. But in the rest of the stuff, use your common sense. The rest of the stuff, make sure you be able to read the book with discernment. In the spiritual stuff, like what Christ was talking about, we're all one. Treat people right. Do the right things. All you have common sense. You know what's right and what's wrong. Anything that's demonic and evil, treating people bad, cut that out. Anything that's treating people right, treating yourself right, that's what you go with. So start reading this book like a spiritual book, because you're not freaking human. This is just your physical vessel. You are a soul. You are a spirit, and your spirit comes from God. So stop going with your ego, what you have been doing, acting like a devil, pretty much, to each other. And start acting like an angel. So angels go to heaven. Demons and devils, which a lot of Black people have been doing, they don't go to heaven. They go to hell. So start doing the commandments like the Bible says, and start being righteous, because there's a split that's happening and you need to be ready for it. Watch these videos below. Thank you. And I'm going to let the rest of this video go on. Have not been righteous. In the past, women have just turned a blind eye to whatever their men have been doing. You think God gonna turn a blind eye to evilness? Going out, cheating, doing whatever, not coming home, being a rolling stone, hurting their kids, beating them, using them, putting them in some type of slavery, mental slavery, physical slavery, whatever. Not letting them accomplish their goals and dreams. That's not Christ-like. That's demonic. That's a demon. And another thing is, people have to start telling the truth and stop saying, oh, that the devil's out there. Oh, the demon's out there. No, you have your higher self and you have your lower self. Your higher self is an angel or God, whatever you want to call it. Your lower self is a demon, a devil, or ego. Ego. Now, your ego is supposed to work for you. Okay? It's not supposed to take over. Once it takes over, that's when you get down the slippery slope of being a devil and being a demon. So you choose. There's no in the middle. You choose. You want to be in your higher self. Your angels, be an angel, which angels go to heaven. I keep hearing that you want to go to heaven, but you're not being an angel. You're being a demon. You're being a devil. So, Black people, you need to start choosing what you want to do. And Black women, you cannot be weak. You can't let people treat you like trash, treat you any kind of way, do whatever. Because that's why when you incarnate in these bodies, you're put in a bad situation because you want to be weak inside. You want to stand up for yourself. You want to stand up for your community. You're so afraid that, oh, he's not going to love me. Oh, I'm not going to get any love. I'm not going to. You stand up and you demand what you know you're supposed to have. Not you be weak and hope you get a tiny instant bit of some fake something. No. Because if you continue to allow yourself to be weak, God will show you what happens when you be weak. That's why you see in the past, people hiding things in the family. Things, oh, somebody did this or people did that. And they're hiding all that bad stuff that's happening in the family. No, females, you are not allowed to be weak. If you look at the Christ picture, Christ is sitting on his mother's lap. Now, if you go back to the older pictures, like back in Kemet and the one after that, the melanated one, you will see, actually on the older Kemet one, that's like a grown man sitting on his mother's lap. That is a representation of letting you know that the woman or the female principal she's like the source. She gets the information from the higher heavens and she relays that information to her son, because men are supposed to help us. They're not supposed to be hurting us and trying to control us and all that. They're supposed to be helping us and working with us and making things easier. But in this world that we've been living in, where they've switched things around, he think he's supposed to do everything and she just supposed to be submissive like a child. They want a child. So now you see why the Bible is saying they're being destroyed. They're being taken out. You cannot be unrighteous. And your unrighteousness does go to your children. They lied about that too. How many people you know who's not been so treating people right, all of a sudden their children is sick? All of a sudden their wife gets sick? All of a sudden they get sick? Something happened? Something bad happened? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of people. If you think about it, see, that's the problem. Y'all haven't been thinking. People have always been getting punished for their wrongdoings. You've just been putting a blind eye over. People have always been getting punished. Think about your uncles, your aunts. Your aunt let this and that happen. What happened to her? Your uncle did this, your aunt did that. What happened to him? Uncles, dads, brothers, whatever. Karma comes around. And the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So that's why they get theirs too. God have to wake you up somehow. You are not allowed to be unrighteous. And that's another thing is, these organizations have been telling you, oh, you won't understand the Bible, you don't have to read it. Really? So You just pick and choose what you're gonna read. That's what y'all been doing. Because I hear a lot of, religious people who just, like a robot, say stuff like, oh, spiritual people this, spiritual people that, people that they don't know, they just think of one of my. If you read the Bible, you would know that it's a spiritual book. I mean, of course they put some, spiritual people. Of course they put some, crazy stuff in there, woman hating stuff and slavery stuff and all this type of stuff. When you read that, anything have to do with division, treating somebody bad, going against a woman, anything that had to pretty much go against a woman, they really put a lot of that in there because they know that the woman is the source. The female principle is the source. They know that, so they had to really attack the female principle. So they attacked her, but they also got a whole bunch of spiritual stuff in there. So throw away the garbage and get the important stuff like Christ, what Christ did. Christ lived righteously. One of my favorite parts in the book, besides Revelations, Christ lived righteously. Christ was doing the right things, treating people right, showing you what to do, helping people, being selfless, taking care of himself. Christ was letting you know how to act, how you should act. You think Christ did that just for nothing? If you read all throughout Christ and all throughout the New Testament and in Revelations, it'll say, and keep my commandments, keep my commandments. So what makes you think you're not supposed to keep the commandments and be righteous and do the right things? All I'm saying is, if somebody give you a book, you better make sure you read it and study it for yourself and pay attention to what it's saying. And if there's anything that's low vibration, that's devilish, evilish, hurting someone, they can make you bring your ego out and hurt someone or treat somebody bad and low, you better use your common sense and think, because it has a lot of spiritual information. And that's another thing about, religion. They're looking at this book like a robotic ABC. They're not going in depth and actually implying and becoming and being. That's the difference between religion and spirituality. You're becoming your being. You're like all in the threads. You're going all through. Religion, that's it. Now, there are religious people who are spiritual, and those people are on the right track. But the ones who's really, you better read and realize that book is a spiritual book. Like I said, they do have some integrated things that's, bringing out people's ego. And your ego is your lower self, your devil self, your demon self. So when you see things that saying, ooh, stone the woman is this, the woman is bad, that is bringing out your ego, so you can start treating her bad like you have been. And guess what? When your ego take over, that's when they have you. They can do whatever, say whatever, and you will start doing it. Have her shaking her. So then they'll have you having her shake her tail all on BT and all in the strip clubs and stuff. Now, mind you, all over the world, we were doing cultural dances, having nice, interesting, festive clothes on and stuff like that. But they didn't do it in a degrading way. They did it in, this is my culture, I'm beautiful, and you admired the beauty. You didn't sit up there and look at it like some degrading, selfish, whatever, oh, I'm going to do whatever type of low mentality thing. You wasn't like that. You started turning like that after the past thousands of years. Just in this recent thousands of years. Because we've been here for a really, really long time. So this is recent. And so, the ego, which they have a lot of our men in, is destroying the Black community. And females, making them weak, letting them be all passive, and then some of them just going off the rocker, acting a fool, doing all type of crazy stuff, which comes after being passive and then trying to find some type of peace after being treated like trash. They go off and be all crazy then. So why is it so easy for them to like, hey, wear these tight jeans. Oh, hey, put on this pink. Pink is okay now. Oh, hey, be gay. Whole bunch of gayness. So why all of a sudden they put that out there, and the people who's being taught to be in their lower self, their ego self, their demon self, their devilish self, why all of a sudden, as soon as they put something out, they're doing it. As soon as they put something out, they're doing it. Because you haven't been living by your right rules. That's why. You're supposed to be helping and supporting the woman. That's why you see Christ sitting on his mother's lap. You go back to the ancient, that's a grown man sitting on his mother's lap. That's a grown man. They just turned it to a child. They changed it and turned it to a child. But that was a grown man. In the ancient time, Kemet, that was a grown man sitting on his mother's lap. Learning how to be righteous, learning how to do the right things and what needs to be done for the family, for the community, for women, for the children. But now, they got things all mixed up. The woman is being all submissive, a yes ma'am, and then you wonder why you're getting a reflection of what you're doing out in the reality, and now you have to be yes sir, massa. That's just a reflection of what you're doing to yourself. All that out there is you and what you're doing to yourself. Women, you want to be weak? You want to let all this craziness happen? Now the whole black race is going to have to be weak, and all this craziness is happening to the whole race. The men want to be controlling, dominating, not do right by each other. Now your reflections are your children, are your reflections out there, different ethnic groups, dominating, controlling, treating you bad. Reflections, they're your reflections. You want to fix them? Fix yourself. Before I incarnated to this body, God didn't tell me nothing about what white people was doing. White people this, white people that. God didn't tell me nothing about what white people was doing. God told me what we was doing. God told me how women were being treated. Horrible. That's what God told me. Fix yourself, and your outside, your reflection will automatically start fixing, and anything that's not going along with balance and righteousness is going to be omitted. And nobody has ever thought about how and why, when these bad things happen, why these people are getting shot, and why are these people doing executions all on TV? Why don't these people look scared or, frightened of what's going to happen after they treat you bad? Why are they so feeling okay? Why do they seem like they feel okay after they treat you bad? Is it because they know that you're supposed to be righteous? If you're righteous, that anybody who mess with you, they about to get it. They about to be dragged through the days. Just like they say, don't mess with my anointed. Don't mess with my righteous people. But you're not being righteous. You think you're being righteous. Going to church don't make you righteous. Doing a little something here and there don't make you righteous. Righteousness comes from the inside. Comes from God. Comes from Christ. Christ consciousness. But the illusion has made you think that you have been righteous, but really you really have not. I've already made the comparisons. I already showed you what other ethnic groups is doing and supporting each other, helping each other, doing right by their women, at least trying anyway, making good movies about it, you know, trying to teach their men how to do right. But somehow, black race, all in righteousness, not doing the commandments. And all throughout this book, you read in here, it says, and keep my commandments, and keep my commandments. Even on the last page, you can tell I've read this book. Look at it. It's falling apart. Don't play with me. You can tell I've read this book. It's coming out. All that. So don't tell me what this book that I don't know what this book says. So last page, even on the last page, all throughout the New Testament, even Christ's words. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up since my phone camera keeps skipping. So obviously lower energies want y'all to still be unrighteous and devilish, so y'all want move on to the newer, higher heavens. You forgot when Christ said, I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go, I shall surely come again. Well, since y'all are not paying attention and y'all are being distracted, y'all are not realizing that things are changing in this world. Not just wars and wars and rumors of wars, all the disasters. There is some real crazy stuff that's happening right now that y'all have not been paying attention to. Like I said, watch those videos below about the things that's from the past that's changed that y'all are not paying attention to. Make sure you watch those videos, like I said. I'm going to post them down below. And also make sure you just don't be like, oh, I can do whatever I want to do and be evil and all that. All I have to do is say, Lord, forgive me, and I'm going to go to heaven, and I believe in Jesus and all that. You make sure that you do both. You be righteous, you try your best, and you know that you're covered, you're Christ conscious, and know that you believe in Christ, and you live like Christ. So you can put all together, because that's what you have to do. You have to put all together. That's why I keep telling you in my commandments, even in Revelations 12, 9 through 17, it talks about how the beast or the dragon or whatever deceived the whole nation. It had y'all thinking that y'all didn't have to keep the commandments and the Christ child, and how the dragon is going after the woman and her child, and also the remnants, all her other remnants of children. That's y'all. That's what they're doing, keeping you covered and not keeping you distracted from what's going on. You don't even realize that the world is changing and we're moving into a different realm. We're moving into a higher realm. That's why I said watch my videos. Just like in the Revelations, it's saying a new heaven and a new earth. A new heaven and a new earth. That higher heaven and higher earth, that's gonna be righteous people. It's not gonna be devils and demons. Angels and higher vibration, good people live in heaven realm. So what makes you think you can be unrighteous, not keep these commandments like it says? Even on the last page, commandments, keep my commandments. So watch those videos, pay attention, do the right things, be righteous, okay? Be righteous, be like Christ, be and live like Christ. Know that you're covered by Jesus Christ, whatever you want to call him. Know that you're good, be good, do the right things, and watch those videos. I'm going to go ahead and let this video end, since my phone has been skipping. Obviously, something lower vibrations don't want y'all to get this information, but I'm still putting it together anyways. Love you guys. Mwah. Queen Rena, High Priestess, peace and love. I also want to let you know that you might not know, I don't know if you went to my website, www.queenrena88.com. I'll have that information below. I have all natural products, like facial care, hair care, body care, skin care, all that. If you want to learn how to open a business, which you learn how to be righteous, learn how to support each other. There's more than 10 laws too. There's 42 laws. 42 laws of Ma'at. Look that up. You have a lot of laws which you're not doing. Treating people right, doing it to do right by each other, do right by yourself, not doing drugs. Lower vibrations devil, the evil lower, your lower self likes drugs. So why is black people doing drugs? Exactly. Who have you chosen to be? Have you chosen to be an angel